needs to come from.
Why would someone need a publicist, or artist need a publicist, or a PR person?
That's a very good question. I'm not in the business of convincing someone that they need a publicist, but to answer your question, someone would need a publicist so that they can keep track of where they need to be, get the exposure that they need without trying to get it on their own, so that they can focus on their art.
Okay. So is the rates very high, or what should someone look for? I'm not asking what you charge. You're looking at me like, don't you dare ask me. No, but if I was an artist, I mean, is a PR mainly focused on artists, musical artists, or bands, or portraits?
No, not at all. PR you can use PR firms for Walmart.
Okay.
You can use PR firms for a nonprofit. PR is PR. It stands for public relations. And let's say, for instance, I went to school for this. So I remember a project that I had, and I had to pick someone that was in trouble, and I did. Someone that was in big trouble.
Okay.
But I picked the Girl Scouts. Not to bring up old dirt, but back in the 80s, they were unfortunately hit with some bad cookies.
Oh.
Not Cookie from Empire. Okay, anyway, I had to say that. But they were hit with some bad cookies.
Okay.
But we had to put together a strategy how to pull yourself out of that ditch for your client.
Okay.
So a publicist or a public relations firm is in charge of making sure that the public we create the view, that the perception that the public has about you.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get in contact with Miss LaDonna Ray, it is spelled R-A-E-H. I kept like, what? Come on. Her phone number is 312-602-9626. See, that's what happens when age starts catching up to you, because you got to start holding cards up to your eyes like, hold on. So I better not go to an eye doctor, because they'll tell me I'm going to need some bifocus.
No, you don't need
bifocus. Did I have bifocus and contacts? the contacts in your eyes. But we want to know, how did you get involved with the Empire scene?
Oh, my gosh. After the first episode, I decided that I didn't want to watch that show ever again.
Why?
I didn't like it. The second episode, I was hooked.
What got you?
Oh, my goodness. Well, first of all, I don't like the fact that they killed my man Bunky.
Hold on. Yeah. You know what? We got Bunky and
Antoine McKay.
McKay here live in the station. If Mr. McKay is out there in the station, can he come on inside the studio? Is Mr. McKay in there? I'm gonna bring him in here.
Okay.
Because you are representing Empire. Ladies and gentlemen, look who we have just coming in the station.
Hi.
You're like, hey. I didn't break your eating, did I?
What's that?
I didn't break you from eating.
I was actually just kind of hanging out talking.
No, I know you seen the post that I've been putting up there about what you've been eating. I just got you. We have Chicago natives here right now, Miss LaDonna Ray and Mr. McKay here from Illinois. I'm not going to say where you live at.
Right.
I want people to stalk you.
569 South.
But this is the second time I've had Mr. McKay live here on our station, and first time in our news station, and first time with Miss LaDonna. So hopefully I can have both of them back again. But I've been posting a questioning for people, what was the sandwich? I got fascinated with the sandwich because that sandwich looked so good that Cookie took it.
Right.
So you're like, why does he keep posting that about the sandwich? So he told me what the sandwich was, and I was so fascinated. I went out to AP Delis trying to go and get the sandwich, and I said, you know what? I'm going to sit up and I'm going to watch Empire, and I'm going to be Bunky for the day. I'm gonna try to call somebody up to be a Cookie and just take the sandwich out of my hand.
Yeah.
But we have a PR person who works with individuals with Empire, and we have an actor, a playwright, and a minister.
Yes.
And a minister. That shocked a lot of people when I told them, like, yeah, he's a minister. Him and his wife are in the ministry.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. As an actor, how many times in your career have you came across PR individuals or publicists?
Quite a bit in the past. I would say in the past 3.5 years, it's certainly intensified.
Okay.
I know we've talked a couple of times, and
oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
Well, maybe I need to talk to you.
She's very, very good at what she does. She's
Okay.
very, very
Thank
good
you,
at what she
Antoine.
does. But yeah, you just it's a part of the world, and people kind of they don't have. They really don't grasp the concept of what the world is really like. They see the 1% of the big stars doing a lot of the big things, and but behind there's a lot of other people at work, and
Wow.
publicists are huge for actors and for just entertainers in general, because they help you create a really strong brand, and that's very, very important in this field to have something people can grab onto.
Okay.
And that's something people appreciate and enjoy about you, and stuff that's real too. And if you have a very good publicist, and I know you work with a few people, and you've done a really great job with them. I know you work with Richard a little
Right.
bit, and it's Richard's all over the place now,
Okay.
and it's really good. But that means she's doing a really great job in working with him
Okay.
and creating that brand for him. So having a good publicist is very, very important. I have a great publicist. Her name is Susan Okuche. She's really, really wonderful. Does a great job. Has really opened some doors too. So it's super important. And these people work hard.
Let-
They work really hard.
I have a two-part question.
Okay.
For the actor and the publicist, or the PR and publicist, who really has to say over with the paparazzi? Is it the artist, or the actor, or is it the publicist? When you're on the red carpet, okay, that's enough pictures. Okay, let's go. That's it. Cut the interview. Who really dictates that? Is it the actor, or is it the situation that's going on in your life, or is it the publicist that jumps in and like, no, I don't want that answer.
Well, I know you have an answer as well.
No, but I think you can speak to it better, for sure.
I'm so glad you asked that, because a lot of times people don't understand who does what.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens with an actor or a public figure, they have a team of people, and they should be in place at all times. And if you're at an event, it is everyone's job to pull together
Mm-hmm.
and direct. Okay, Antoine, you're going to be on the red carpet for about 7 minutes. So-and-so, I need you to do this. Make sure no one passes this border. There has to be almost a project manager at that moment.
Okay.
If it's the publicist, it's the publicist. If it's the manager, it's the manager. If it's the assistant, it's the assistant. But there's a team. There's a team. And that's why people say, oh, you're rolling with an entourage. Well, sometimes it is an entourage.
Of people that just kind of hang on.
But- right.
Or you invite into your life, but
Exactly.
certainly that team of manager, publicist, assistant, that team is imperative to, once your career starts to grow, having good people in those positions.
Do you have a
is
camp?
huge. I have 6 children. I always got a camp.
You need a camp for the camp.
But my wife acts as my manager right now, and she's done a great job in that. And we do have the publicist, but we kind of keep it close knit, and I think you can speak to that also, because the things with privacy, and you want to protect your children, you want to protect just your family in general, and you still want to have a life, because it can get really crazy in public life, and we've experienced some really, really crazy things recently, and
Really?
yeah, and I know you have too.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
What's the
Absolutely.
most craziest thing you experienced since being on the TV series Empire? Because you surprised me when you came back and you haunted Lucius, got all in his head. We were at the Empire event, and Mr. LaDonna's like, I don't believe she's asking so many questions and people couldn't even answer. I was like, where are you getting these questions from?
Because I study it, yeah.
It was we went to breakfast one time and we couldn't even eat because it was just people wanted to take pictures, and you want to be kind, and you want to love on people, and you want to be present for
Okay.
people, but you also want to be present for your family. So that was kind of a push-pull situation, and I got mobbed at Taco Bell once. Right? It was crazy. I went there.
I just want you to eat your chorizo
Mexican pizza, man. That's my jam. But
Taco Bell.
I'll remember that next time you come to the station.
but it was and you take it, and like I said, you want to love on people, you want to be respectful to people, and they appreciate what you're doing and the work and the show, and you certainly want that, but at times you kind of want to keep things private, because there's times where you're having discipline-oriented conversations with your kids. If you're me, and people walk up like, "Hey, man," it's like, "Oh man, right now I'm trying to teach a lesson to my child,"
And the kids are like, yes.
right.
So you broke their mold, and everybody was able to not let you have your own privacy at times. Now, do you mind a photographer taking pictures of you right now? Is
No, it's
oh,
fine.
okay. Because I got the publicist right here. She what are you doing?
You expect it.
Right.
Because we get word that from a certain publicist, no, yes, no, yeah, no. So we had to cancel, and then we had to call them back, and then cancel, and then call them back. So
Right.
This is Dean Reed from Dean Reed Photography and Chicago Photographers Connections. And
Outstanding photographer. Outstanding.
All right. So, as as a PR person, what do you expect from your clients?
That's a great question.
That is a great question. And Rob, what I expect from my clients is total disclosure. I mean, I can't help you if I don't know what's going on. And if we have, first of all, I start off with an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. That protects both of us, because I'm not in this to learn all about you and then do the tell-all book. But also, I don't want...
No tell-all book?
No tell-all book. No, because it's against my ethics of what I do. This is privileged information. It's a privileged position to be in with my clients. So I respect their privacy. I respect everything about them. A lot of times I have phone numbers and I don't use them. If the protocol is to call the agency, then I will call the agency. I'm not calling the client.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But we have to be full... communicative, if for lack of a better word, because I need to know what's going on.
So how as a artist, an actor, a playwright, did you receive the same attention or attitude from people out in the street versus with you being on Empire?
I'm not sure I understand the question. To be honest with you, I'm sorry.
Okay, Mr. McKay is formerly from Second City, which is same as Saturday Night Live. Okay, basically in a nutshell. When you were on Second City as a actor, a playwright, actor, playwright, did you receive the same attention that you needed a publicist then?
Oh no, not at all. Not at all. No, absolutely not. Like this. When I did a show last year on Comedy Central, a very good friend of mine. We came up in Detroit. Keegan Michael Key is a very dear friend of mine, and we. When I was out shooting with him, he was like, "You know what, man? It's something you might want to start thinking about, because things are going to pick up, and you want to be prepared, and you want to be guarded and protected." And I was like, I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. And then, happened, and he was my first phone call. He's like, okay, all right, why don't you do this, and, so when I was in Second City, you would see people on the street and go, "Oh, man, you're funny, good job, do a joke," and, of course, but at the same time, Empire's insane, man. It's the numbers are, we're talking 18 million people.
Wow.
That's for the finale,